The sunglasses are on, so you know we're still on our European adventure here for our second two group stage matches at Euro 2028. Let's see how we get on. Yes, hello, welcome into Living Sports here for another episode of Glory Hunter on Football Manager 22 here with Portugal, not with Villarreal. I was nearly going to say Villarreal, but here with Portugal at Euro 2028. I'm going to have to take these glasses off again because I can't see a thing with them on. But we are here. We did win our first game in the last episode, so go and check that one out. You'll be introduced to the squad as well if you can't. Well, in fact, I haven't introduced you to them before yesterday, so go and check one out. You'll know who it is that we have in the squad, who we can select from. Can we replicate our 2016 victory at the Euros? Let's find out this year. We did well in our first game up against Romania. That means you can see from the bottom left, we are top of our group. But today we have a tough one up against Spain. And in our last group stage match, we'll be up against Wales. It's the same team apart from two changes in the attacking bit of the field as played against Romania. Costa in goal, Diaz and Asio centre back, Dallo and Mendes either side of them. Neves, Silva and Fernandes the midfield three, but we're gonna have João Felix and Diogo Jota playing on the wings. Ramos keeps his place up front. He scored a hat-trick in the last one. If we could do that today, that'd be very much appreciated. So let's have a look at this Spain team. It's managed by Mikel Arteta. Believe it or not, no Pau Torres in it. Even how well he played for us for Villarreal this year. He got Player of the Year. Not even in the squad. Well, he's in the squad. He's on the bench, but he's not in the first 11 because Laporte and Eric Garcia get those places instead. So here we go, an early highlight. Just 30 seconds into the game. Spain playing in red. We're playing in our kind of white and bluey coloured hooped stripy things, as I'm talking about the strips, and Pedri scored a goal against us a minute into this game, assisted by Porro on this right hand side. It is a goal and Spain lead 1-0. It's a pretty poor one to concede. Comes out to Porro here, and there's not being marked by anybody. The ball comes in, Pedri tucks it into the front corner of that goal, the front bottom corner. And we're down 1-0 with one shot from Spain. And are they going to get themselves a second goal from a second shot? That'd be very frustrating indeed. Eric Garcia with the ball now finds Laporte. And can we put some pressure on them here? Let's see. Eric Garcia again, back to Laporte. Passing the ball around at the back. Pedri has it now into Fati. Will he shoot wide of the goal? Tell you what, we're living dangerously here against a very, very good Spanish side. As the ball's launched long by our goalkeeper. Can we win it? No, Eric Garcia does. And your Oyazabal, hard word for me to say, won it in midfield. Pedri has it again. What's he going to do? Reaches the byline. Ball in the middle. Cleared by Dallo. Can we break away with this ball? We've launched it long. We're never going to win those headers. But now Ramos is in behind. Can he get on the score sheet? Nearly his fourth of the competition. But it was a good save by the goalkeeper there. Simon in the Spanish goal. I say losing this game wouldn't be the end of the world. We still do have a game against Wales, and if we win that one, we'll go through. But I would like to beat one of the big European sides if we have a chance of doing that. We did have a kind of pre-tournament friendly where we did get a victory over England, and then we drew with Serbia, actually, which is very frustrating. But 20 minutes on the clock, and Spain have it on this left-hand side, but we've won it back. João Felix finds Bernardo Silva and Ramos, and out to Jota now, and back to Fernandes, and Jota's in behind. Can he finish? Oh, poor finish from him. Free kick taken by Bruno Fernandes, and it's headed away by the Spanish defenders, but we've got the ball back now, and Diaz, the ball eventually comes forward toward Jota, but he's been playing fairly poorly today. And the ball is cleared away by Spain, but only as far as Ruben Diaz here, and he finds Bernardo Silva. And to Jota, can he finish? Just as I was slagging him off, saying he wasn't playing well today, he scored a goal, but they're going to check for offside. And watch the odds on this one being offside. Indeed, it has been disallowed for offside. That's frustrating. Jota did get himself on the score sheet, but he mistimed his run. Only just maybe half a yard in it. But half a yard is more than enough in today's world. And we are still 1-0 down. But Spain have only had a couple of shots in the match. We've had a lot more. In theory, we should have had more goals. In fact, any goals we should have had today. But Spain go into half-time leading 1-0. And I'm going to have to say, look, we owe them after what happened the last time. Do we? I'm not sure. I don't know what happened the last time. We're going to make a change, though, early in this second half. We're going to take off Jota, and we're going to bring on Rafael Leao out on that left-hand side, who normally plays out there, but we gave Jota the game today. Not really worked. I don't think Jota had that chance, but we haven't been too impressed with him so far. We're going to demand some more from the team and go to a more attacking mentality here for the last 20 minutes or so, and perhaps make some changes in midfield. Vitina and Nunes can come on for Fernandes and Silva in the midfield. I haven't changed the attacking mentality. I realised I was still playing on the positive one, so we'll go more attacking. We'll demand more from this team and see how we do for the last 10 minutes of the game. As the time is ticking on and nothing is happening in the second half, but we do have a chance now. And Mendes finds in the ball to Nunes, and Vitina is in a lot of space, and it's a wonderful ball for Ramos. Can he finish? He rounds the keeper, and indeed he can. I mentioned at the start of this tournament that Ramos was not scoring goals for me. Well, he scored 4 in 2 games, and that could be a very, very important one in the case of this competition, or the course of this competition, as to say. That could be a very important goal indeed, because we have a chance here to go for the win. Can we get a second one? Let's find out. Vitina with it in midfield, switches the play toward Leao, heads it on just wide the goal. I tell you what, that was a pretty decent header for being 18 yards out like he was. But the time's going to tick down. We're going to walk away with a 1-0 draw. You know what, we will take that up against this Spain side, because we did not play well in that game at all, but we have come away with a draw. And that probably means that we have qualified from this group, even if it means it's the best third place as opposed to finishing in the top 2. And we've got a game against Wales to finish off the group stage. And hopefully that will be a comfortable victory for us, and we could end up top in this group. So Wales managed to beat Romania 2-0, 2 early goals in that one. So that results in our group looking like this. Ourselves and Spain on 4 points, Wales on 3. And we play Wales on the last group stage day. So I'll see you for that one very shortly. Right, let's have a look at the groups just before we get into our last game. Group E play after us, but France and Switzerland have already qualified. I'm assuming that means Bosnia and Herzegovina play against Turkey. So whoever wins that one would finish in 3 points, and we'd probably go through. Looking at the other tables, yes, they'd go through. If any of them win, they'd go through as the best third place. Whatever happens in our game, we'll go through as the best third place, because you can see, groups A through D, 2 points, 2 points, 3 points, 1 point. So as long as you've got at least 2 points, you would go through. Which means at worst we would have 4 points in third, so we definitely get through as one of the 4 best placed third place teams. Nearly said that correctly, but we've got Norway and Italy going through up there, and Ireland, Slovenia will not, because they only have 1 point. Germany, Russia, and it looks like Holland would be the one going through in that group. Unfortunate for Ukraine, they've got 3 points, and there'll be teams with 2 that go through compared to them with 3. Croatia, Belgium going through in their group. Austria might go through depending on what happens. Yeah, it looks like they will. England, Slovakia, Serbia might, depending on what happens in these in this group E, really. France and Switzerland going through there, and possibly one of the other teams in third, and ourselves, Spain and Wales will all get through. So it means Romania, Czech Republic, Poland, Ukraine, Slovenia, Ireland, and probably Serbia. Maybe a team from Group E, or 2 teams I should say from Group E are the ones going out. There you go, giving you an update. Let's get into this game against Wales. And let's get a win. Let's not worry about it. Let's become a group winner. That's the hope anyway. We'll probably rotate the size slightly though. And when I say I'll rotate the size slightly, I mean quite a lot. Basically, we've got, 4 people on yellow cards, so I don't want them getting another one before the knockout rounds, because you end up being banned for that game. So they ain't playing. And I just thought anyone that's not really had a game can have a game. In fact, I'm even going to change the goalkeeper, and we'll bring Costa off and bring young Gomez in for a game in goal. I need to remind myself, kind of at half time, maybe we'll swap keepers so that both of them get a cap at the Euros. That's the aim. Gomez in goal. Anyway, Gomez instead of Costa. Palina and Arao at centre back. Rendell, Correa on the right, and Cancelo on the left of defence. Brangasa, Vitina and Bruno Fernandes will play in midfield. We'll keep Bruno in there, some experience. Felix, Fernandes and Ramos, the front three. I'm going to keep Ramos on. He scored lots of goals. Let's hope he can score some more. Maybe he'll become tournament top goal scorer. There's people not with match sharpness. That's because they've not been playing. I'm sure we'll deal with that. Let's get into this game up against Wales. You know, the amazing, you know, historically known names like Norrington Davis and Chris Mepham and Joe Rodon. Yeah, I mean, come on, surely we can beat this team. Early on, though, Wales do have the ball. We have had all the shots so far, but there hasn't been a highlight. We've won the ball back, though. That's good. We're in our change kit today, and Ramos has it on this left-hand side. Plays it back to Cancelo, who played very well in the pre-tournament friendlies. Brancasa with it, finds Vitina, who hits it from a long way out. Cannons off the crossbar. What an effort from Vitina. But we did not get ourselves an early goal there, which is a little bit disappointing. I'd like to have had an early goal. Cancelo throws the ball in to Bruno Fernandes, back to Brancasa and Cancelo. Ball into the middle, headed away by Norrington Davis, only as far as Rendell though. And it comes all the way back to the defence. Bruno now finds Ramos and Joelson. And Felix with a wonderful chip, and it's just wide of the goal. What a chance for us there. This is the sort of game, if it was, you know, with Villarreal or something, I would say this is the sort of game we'll dominate, and then, you know, just annoyingly, we'll end up losing it 1-0. Hopefully that doesn't happen today. And I apologise, you can hear the rain and the wind battering off the windows in the background. Goodness me, that is just, come on, that's absolutely ridiculous. Not happening here in the summer of 2020 in Italy, I would imagine, as Brooks has the ball and Colwell with it, and Wales have got a chance to go and score a goal here. Brooks, indeed, they have went ahead. I was mentioning that, wasn't I? I said this is the sort of game that I imagine we would concede a goal even though we've dominated in, and that's exactly what's happened. As I was distracted by the wind and the rain and this flat here in rainy Scotland, instead over there in Italy in Euro 28, Wales go up 1-0 against us. Very, very frustrating. We're going to change that attacking mentality and we're going to demand some more. We should really be dominating this side. So let's see how we get on. Fernandes with the ball. Crossed into the back post. It's clear away. Only as far as Vitina though. He plays it back to Brancasa and finds Cancelo, who's in some space. The ball in. Ramos. Good finish, I was going to say. But it's just wide of the goal. Rendell throws the ball in to Felix. And it's back to Vitina. He comes forward, finds Felix. Well, he hit this. He tried to curl that one in there. Just wide of the goal. We've reached half-time and we're still 1-0 down. And that's not very good at all. I'd say I'm not angry, just disappointed. You know, if you're told that by somebody, that often hurts you a little bit deeper than just saying that you're angry. So let's go and see how we do in this game in the second half. Felix is going to have to come off. He's playing rubbish. We'll bring on Trincao out there on that right-hand side. Let's see what we can do in this second half. Ramos is struggling as well, so we'll bring on Diogo Jota up front. We'll try to fire up this team and see if we can go and get ourselves an equaliser here. This is very, very frustrating indeed. Take off Bruno. Bring on Bernardo Silva. I apologise to Maximiliano and the goal. He ain't going to come on for a game today. Silva puts the ball into the middle and it's cleared away. And Da Silva comes away with it. But we win the ball back thanks to Jota. Joelson, can he put the ball in the middle? Bernardo Silva is in off the underside of the post, the inside of the post. We're back on level terms. Thank goodness for that. That's a game we've dominated and it'd be very, very frustrating to have lost it. You can see Jota comes back and wins the ball back wonderfully there. Through to Joelson, who turns back into Bernardo Silva, who's just, I mean, he's got about 6 yards of space around him on that 6-yard line. And he scores a goal, and we're back to 1-0. And we currently lead the group as it stands, but we'd like to go and get a win. So we definitely will lead the group. As it's headed away poorly by Cancelo. And now Wales have a chance to come forward again. Smith with it. What's he going to do? Back to Colwell. Out to Roberts on this right hand side. Ball into the middle. It's well challenged, and we clear it away. But we give the ball straight back to them. Brooks now finds Roberts. Can he put the ball back in the middle? He does. Dan James tucks it in. He looked like he was offside. We will check to see what the VAR will say about that, but he did look offside to me. But the goal has been given. We must not have been offside. Let's have a look at this replay. Watch Dan James over here. Does he look offside to you? Oh, maybe this man, maybe Cancelo plays him on. We'll have a look at the replay with the lines. But, yeah, Wales lead 2-1 again. What on earth is happening in this game? Indeed, Cancelo is the one playing him on. That's very frustrating indeed. Do we have a chance with this corner? Brancasa plays it in and Arau hits it and it's off somebody in the goal line there, but it's gone in eventually. And we're back on level terms. 2-2. This game is topsy-turvy. It's crazy. But we are back on level terms. 2-2 again. The ball comes in. You can see here, headed. The man on the line does block it. I think maybe it comes off the post. But nonetheless, it goes in eventually. And we're leading again. Oh no, we're back on level terms, I say. But Spain are leading in their game, which means they would top the group at this stage. There's 5 minutes of added time. And here comes another chance. Who's it going to fall to? Brooks switches the play, but Rendell heads it. Trincao heads it forward toward Jota. Jota gets challenged, but he wins the ball back, and Jota tucks that in the bottom corner. They're checking for offside, have they? Oh, this would be horrendous if we did have this as offside. It's been given. They don't let you know when it's been given. Clearly, Trincao with a wonderful ball for Jota, who brings it down. The two defenders getting a muddle. Both slide in. The ball falls to Jota again. He tucks in the bottom corner. And right at the end of this game here, we lead 3-2. And we've won the game. And we've just about snuck a group win there. And we've won this group with Spain coming in second. Wales coming in third place. And as we advance on through the day, we will see who we end up drawing in the second round, as we have to kind of advance on the French group play later on tonight. And after that happens, we'll get to see who we're playing. I wonder if it's going to be an easy tie for us, or if it'll be a tough one. It's probably going to be a third place team. Possibly it's going to be up against a second place team, and we have drawn against our old side, Austria. We know how good Austria are. We managed them for a while. They sacked us after, the World Cup, wasn't it? They weren't happy with just getting to the first knockout round. They sacked us after the World Cup in 2026. Then we took the Brazil job and then the Portugal job. And we do play against them on Sunday. In a few days' time, the winner of that tie will play up against the winner of Switzerland or Slovakia. So a fairly easy run, I would say, for us. If we have a look at that draw, this quarter-final draw is going to be Switzerland or Slovakia. Has a semi-final draw been made as well? Indeed it has. Whoever wins out of those 4 teams, you'd fancy we were the favourites, play against Germany, Turkey, Norway or Belgium. Some tough sides there. Looking at the other games that are happening in the second round, obviously we know Norway playing against Belgium, Russia against Italy, Germany, Turkey, Croatia play Wales, Switzerland play Slovakia. But look at these bottom 2 here. France, Holland, and England against Spain. There's going to be some big teams that get knocked out early on in this tournament. Does that mean there'll be a managerial merry-go-round? Will those teams that get knocked out early sack their manager? There's a strong possibility that happens. Let's see if there's any teams that have sacked their manager so far. Not quite, but someone like a Poland, precarious position, stuff like that. Who knows what's going to happen? But we need a big team to sack their manager to start this managerial merry-go-round. Really, we need someone to start taking these Inter Milan and AC Milan jobs. And then we'll see what jobs they leave to see if we want to go and leave Villarreal to join them. We could go to Inter and maybe try and win a Champions League or something, but no, I don't think we want to go there. And I don't think we want to go to Nice. And I don't think we want to go to Metz in France, to be honest. I would like something in the Premier League. I would maybe like something in Germany. I would like maybe a little bit of a better job in France. We'll see what happens. I'm thinking too much about my club career, though. We're still here with Portugal, and we've got a fairly easy tie in the second round of the Euro 2028 here. And we also have a fairly easy one in the quarterfinal after that, should we get to that. So the next episode will be those 2 games. If we have 2 games to play, Portugal against Austria, a revenge game after we used to be the manager of Austria, and then the next round, if we do manage to beat Austria, that'll be the next episode of this fantastic Glory Hunter save. And if you are enjoying this save, please do leave a like on the video. It really does help us out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until the next one, I say, which will be those games against Austria, and possibly the next round if we get through, we'll see you then.